Alright, so let's continue with our discussion last time about solutions and what are the factors that affects about creating a solution. So remember that solutions are part of special mixtures, in which this always involved with one, solute substances, and then two, solvent substance. So remember that solvent, the one who does the dissolving. So it is a very important factor to determine how to find out if it's well diluted solution, well concentrated solution, or saturated solution. So we already emphasized the basic level of concentrated substance, according to the presence of weight per volume, and volume per volume. So those are the basic formulas that we need to consider. How to check properly, how to balance properly when it comes to proper dissolving between the level of solute and the level of solvent. So what is our universal solvent again? Water. Water is always be a universal solvent, which is very important factor for dissolving the presence of solute. Now, let us move forward. Since we're talking about how to find out the presence of dilute, concentrated, and saturated solution. So in this case, we also have to be more familiar about solubility. What is this again, guys? Can you read? Solubility again. Solubility. Then the other one, concentration. So why there is such kind of word that we need to be more familiar with? So the word solubility, this is where we can observe during the mixture process how soluble the substances are. You understand, guys? Say for example, last time we mentioned about what's the reaction of a coffee powder once it is being poured within the surface tension of the hot water. Of course, it will randomly starts to occupy the space of the hot water on the glass, and then the color eventually change. Then the amount of sugar that you need to mix. So what are those things that we need to consider? In solubility and concentration, let us remember how soluble the substances are based on our applications or the amount that we need to take out, or any ingredients that we are going to apply during the process of our experiment. Now let's find out how the solubility performed and what factors affect solubility of a substance. What is solubility? Let's know this first concept. What solubility is. What is the job? What is the main role no, of solubility when it comes to different mixtures, no, especially if solutions are involved. So how do concentration, of solubility differ from each other? How can the solubility of a solute be changed? So remember, it also affects, no, the amount of solute that you are going to use. Okay, as I've said before, it depends on the level or percentage of solvent, either hot water, cold water, or tap water that we need to use. Then the amount of substance also, the solid substance, which mainly the solutes or any ingredients that we are going to put or mix them up, right? So again, concentration means, okay, it is the amount of a particular solute in a given amount of solution, right? So, for example, in concentration level, now as you can see, take note that we can check its concentration level by means of determining the amount of solute and, of course, the amount of solvent, okay? So, how many percent of solute that we're going to use? Okay? We can also justify this, no, by the time we are going to start doing with our experiment related to how to create solutions, right? Then about solvent, okay? Which mainly we need to prepare always the water, which is our main liquid substance. Every time we have experiment in order to see and check the reaction, no? And then that's the time, no? We create or form a new solution, okay? So we have different solutions: vinegar solutions, alcohol solutions, salt solutions, sugar solutions. So there are many solutions that we can create depending on what ingredients we need to prepare as a reactant, okay? And then for a byproduct. So there is a new reaction takes place depending on the substances that we need to prepare, right? So we can create solutions because of solute and solvent, okay? So a solute mainly, what is this, right? Solid component of a substance. When we say solvent, what is it? Always be a liquid component of a substance that helps the dissolving with all other ingredients. Okay, you understand, right? Okay. Now let's proceed. How about solubility? When we say solubility, it is a maximum amount. What do you mean by maximum? Highest level, no? Of amount of solute that can dissolve in a given amount of solvent at a given temperature and pressure. So it's either we use cold water to dissolve, or maybe we use, okay, tap water to dissolve, or maybe we can use hot water to dissolve the substances, okay? So we can also compare which one dissolves faster, no? By the time when we are going to use hot water between cold water or tap water. So, for example, when we are going to make a coffee, no? How a powdered coffee reacts, no? In hot water or even in cold water. Which one dissolves faster? So expected, if there is a high level of temperature, no, in a water surface tension, okay, of course, no, the coffee powder easily dissolve, no, in a few seconds or few minutes. Okay, the coffee powder disappears easily compared to the cold water. Alright? So that's mainly a basic comparison, okay, when it comes to creating a solutions from a coffee powder. Right? So there we go. So in this example, if you have 10 grams of solute, and then plus the solvent of 100 grams. So remember guys that water is higher compared to the solute, right? So what will be possible solution? It takes 110 grams because we need to sum up those things, right? So how it is being dissolved? It depends on the amount of solvent also, and of course, the pressure and the temperature that helps to create the reaction of dissolving. Okay, so it also affects how a certain solution is formed, and of course, how it reacts in real scenario of our experimentation. Next one is saturated solution. Okay, so what the saturated solution is? So saturated, as I've said, that less water but a lot of solute or solid substance. So say for example, we only have 30% of water but 70% of sugar. What happened? We only have just only half or 50% of water, and then we use 70% of sugar. What is the effect? It will become saturated. Okay? So in this solution, you can see, you can check that it contains the maximum amount of solute. Means to say, the amount of solute is higher compared to the amount of solvent. That is why we call it as saturated. The word saturation. So this one, the amount of solute in the solution can hold at a given temperature and pressure, no matter how hot or cold the solvent is. But still, considering the amount of solute is higher compared to the presence of solvent. So the possible effect, it will become saturated. Okay? So the crystals, the rock crystal salt or crystal sugar retains at the bottom of the water. It is not totally dissolved. Unlike when we are going to apply that one in a well-concentrated or well-balanced solutions, okay, which is 50 versus 50, 50 versus 60. But in saturated solutions, the solute is clearly visible throughout the mixtures or the stirring method, right? So that is a possible effect. All right? So next one. Unsaturated solution. What is the meaning of unsaturated solution? If we have unsaturated solution, take note that the unsaturated solution is a solution that can still dissolve more solute at a given temperature and pressure. So this is quite close to diluted solution. Okay? So diluted solution again, okay, is most likely close to diluted solution. Why? Because it can still dissolve more solute at a given temperature and even a pressure. Either the water is hot or even cold. Right? So there again, concentration is the amount of a particular solute in a given amount of solution. So, see, for example, I already explained this to you in our previous presentation, right? That if it's too much solute, no, but less water, what happens? It turned out oversaturated. If solute is balanced, what happened? It's balanced with water level. What happened? Huh? Okay, it turned out like, okay, well concentrated. No? In this case, what happened? It just only, no, less of solute but 80% of water. What's the effect of the solution? Diluted solution. Now, take note the three important factors to consider. No? The possible effect of a solution if there is something more or less in between the solvent and solute. Okay? So, less solvent but more or high solution or solute. Okay? Less solvent and high solute, the effect is saturated solution. If it's balanced, okay, between solute and solvent, that is well concentrated solution. Understand? Moderate. If in this condition, if high solvent but less solute, what happened? It turns out to be diluted solution. Do you guys understand? Yeah? Okay, very good. Now, continue. So the term concentrated and dilute are one way to describe how much solute is dissolved in a solution. Okay? So one more thing. In this example, add more copper sulfate and more copper sulfate. What will be the possible effect or the reaction of water? Okay? Why sometimes it turned out one is very clear, one still transparent, the other one is the colored, fully occupy the space of the water. So, presuming, in our experiment, anyway, we are going to perform this in our experiment soon, at the science lab. Okay? We mixed up with diluted copper sulfate in a solution. What's the possible effect? Look at the color of diluted solution. We are preparing with colored powder substances or copper sulfate in order to see and check the reaction now. Another one we have, okay, concentrated copper sulfate solution. So this one, guys, okay, still very clear and nothing left at the bottom. So there were no crystals still. This one is very clear. And this one, okay, slightly, the balance of concentration between solvent and solutes, okay, is already visible, okay, but not saturated yet. However, the colors changed, okay, and saturated solution, okay, where the copper sulfate solution is high, right? So the copper solution is high, and then the other one. Why the color turns like this? What's the reason? Why this one becomes saturated solution? The color changed by dissolving the water or solvent. Okay, since the amount of water is less, while the amount of solute, which is the copper sulfate, is higher. That's the reason why.